Jimmy laughed every time he heard the parrot say that. He told Angie she should record it and set it into one of those funny animal shows they had on TV. Jimmy was sure the video of the parrot would win Angie for a surprise. They spent the night playing Pictionary and had a blast. Angie was very good at drawing, as was Jimmy, but they both laughed every time Jimmy's dad tried to draw a picture because he was a horrible artist. One time when they played, Bill drew what looked like a table with 4 legs. Angie and Jimmy's time ran out before they could guess what it was. "It's a pig," said Bill. "Can't you tell?" "No," said Angie and Jimmy at the same time. "It looks like a table," Angie said as he screamed with laughter. After that, Bill just wanted to guess what the pictures were, but Angie insisted that everyone took a turn drawing. She also told Bill that he made the game more interesting. Bill laughed and said, "Oh, great. I'm glad I can provide the comedy for the evening." The evening soon came to an end, and Jimmy was feeling very sleepy. It had been a big day, but with going to the police station being bombarded with reporters. "And let's not forget tryouts tomorrow," Jimmy thought to himself. Why do I have a tryout? What if Cuddle hits it to me tomorrow and I drop it? Jimmy's stomach sank as he thought about the kids that would laugh at him if that happened. The apartment was dark and quiet when they returned from Angie's. Too quiet for Jimmy, who could only think what happened if he dropped the ball tomorrow at tryouts. Or worse, if he fell or something. He went to brush his teeth and his dad came into the bathroom and stood by the open door. "Hey, buddy, I know you're nervous about tomorrow, but I think you're going to do a great job at tryouts. You and I have been playing a ton of ball this summer, and you have caught the ball over 100 times. You will be great tomorrow. I just know it." "Thanks, Dad, but you have to say things like that. You are my dad." "True," said Jimmy's dad, "but you also know that I never lie. Never ever, right?" Jimmy did not know what to do about his dad. He asked his dad to tell the school he was sick one day when he forgot to do his homework. And Jimmy's dad said, "No way, son. You just have to go in there and tell Miss Dean that you forgot to do it." There was another time when his mother, Holly, had asked Bill if he liked her new dress. It had different color polka dots all over it. Jimmy's dad told her, "I really like the blue dress you had on earlier, but this one looks like the floor mat from the Twister game." Holly was so mad at Bill. She said, "Just once can you lie and say you like it?" "Sorry, honey," she said. "I just don't care for polka dots, but you look amazing in the other dress." Holly threw a kitchen towel at his head and giggled. "Well," she said, that is what I said I loved about you, isn't it? Because I knew you would never lie to me." "Really?" said Bill. "I thought you loved me because of my broad shoulders and chiseled features." Later that day, Jimmy saw them dancing in the living room and his mom was wearing the blue dress. The way they were looking at each other, Jimmy knew they would love each other forever. "Let's get you to bed, buddy. It's been a long day." "Yes, it has, but it was fun. You got that right," Bill said as he tucked Jimmy in and kissed him on the top of his head. Then he turned around to go out of the room and stopped looking at the picture of Jimmy's mom that was sitting on the dresser. He picked up the picture, looked at it, and dusted it off on his shirt. As he placed the picture back on the dresser, he said, "You know, son, I think your mother would be very proud of you too." Jimmy felt his heart swell with joy, thinking that his mother would be proud of who he had become, and he got a little choked up. "Thanks, Dad," Jimmy whispered, trying not to cry. "Good night and sweet dreams." "You too, Dad," said Jimmy. With the close of the door, Jimmy burst into tears. He had never thought about his mother being proud of him. After all, what had he done since she had been gone? He seemed so afraid of everything since she passed. If it hadn't been for Mason, Jimmy wouldn't have ever wanted to go to school. He glanced over at her picture once again and said, "I'm going to make you proud of me, Mom. I'm going to try out tomorrow. I'm going to make the team." As Jimmy said that out loud, he actually felt like he would make the team. Morning came along with the sound of the garbage trucks. Jimmy's dad had left a note that Miss Walsh would be home next door if he needed anything, and that he would be back from work by 2 o'clock. Mrs. Walsh was the other neighbor who used to babysit Jimmy when he was younger. Now that he was older, he didn't need to go over to his place to be babysat, but it was always nice to know that he was around if Jimmy needed anything. It was 8 o'clock already, and Jimmy knew that if he was going to be on time for tryouts, he needed to hurry. He ate his breakfast quickly, brushed his teeth, and headed out the door. But then he remembered that he didn't have his ball or gloves, so he ran back in and got them. He saw his new jacket hanging up in the closet and decided to put it on. What the heck, Jimmy thought. It wouldn't hurt to wear it. As he came running out of the apartment, he saw Angie. "Hey, you," she said. "You heading over to tryouts?" "Yep," he said, straightening out his collar. "You look so nice in your new jacket, Jimmy. You have had such a big smile on your face ever since you showed it to me at my shop." "Well, it is a nice jacket, and I like it a lot," Jimmy said, brushing some lint off the sleeves. "Maybe it's a magical jacket," said Angie. "What?" Jimmy asked, feeling a bit startled. "You know, like it has magic in it or something, like a good luck charm." "Oh, right," Jimmy said, trying not to react. "A good luck charm. Well, I had Marcia open the shop today. I better head over there and make sure she has some fresh donut holes waiting for you when you're done." "Thanks, Angie. I'll stop by for sure," said Jimmy. "You do that. Good luck." Jimmy turned and ran toward the school. After all, if he was going to go through with this, he didn't want to let color down by being late. As Jimmy approached the school, he saw that Robert was standing by the gym door with all his friends. Jimmy began to feel as though he was going to vomit. "I'll just turn around and go home," he thought. "No one will know that I didn't try out. I can just tell him I didn't make the team." But then he thought about what his dad said. "I think your mom would be so proud of you too." He knew then he at least had to try. "Well," he whispered to himself, "here goes nothing." He slowly approached the schoolyard where he could hear Robert bragging about his new bike. "Yeah, my mom said I was to get the one that was on sale, but my dad said I could have any bike that I wanted, so I got this one. It's the most expensive bike they had in the store. Cool, huh?" "Cool, huh?" Robert asked his friends as though he were fishing for more compliments. Of course, all his friends agreed with him. Robert looked up and saw Jimmy. It looked like he was about to say something when Color also spotted Jimmy and yelled, "Hey, Townsend, you made it! Great, come over here and sign in." Jimmy said nothing, afraid that Robert might comment. He walked past Robert and his friends over to where Color was standing. "Put your name and phone number right here and then come with me. And grab that bag with the bats in it, will you?" "Sure," said Jimmy, feeling relieved that he had been able to escape Robert's harsh words, at least for the moment.